AMD obviously a huge resurgence. We're looking at the possibilities, or we've been examining the hypothetical performance of the Zen processors that are going to come out next year. But it's been a year since AMD put together the Radeon Technologies Group, which is essentially a subdivision of AMD trying to produce better GPUs faster. And I think the releases this summer indicate they have. This is exciting. The Polaris graphics architecture is launched, 14-nanometer FinFET process, the RX 400 series, Radeon Duo Pro, Pro WX, Radeon Pro SSG for professionals. They've got like 101 FreeSync design displays on sale right now. The Radeon Crimson Edition brand, 21 driver releases since they launched that. This is nice. These are all wonderful things, but I think the big deal is they've gone from like 18% of GPU sales in Q2 2015, and Tim Very points this out in the review or the article on PC Per, and they're up to 30% as of Q2 2016. So that's a doubling. Not quite a doubling of their performance. That's huge. Are they, how is AMD doing overall? Because we've been nervous about AMD and whether or not they were finally going to die off. It seems like they've reversed their performance situation in terms of both sales and actual video card performance.
Yeah, I mean, they've clearly done some really good things, right? The market share is kind of the end all be all. All the other stuff is just kind of icing on the cake. And it's important to point out that like they're very specific here about the Radeon Technologies Group and focusing on what it has accomplished and not AMD as a whole, because AMD as a whole is still struggling a lot because of its CPU divisions.
Right.
And there's still a lot of room. There's still a lot of places that the Radeon Technologies Group, the Radeon brand, needs to improve on, right? Keep in mind that the top end card we have is the RX 480 with 8 gigs memory that only has an MSRP of like $229 or $239, supposedly. That being said, like they don't have anything that's competitive really against a 1070 or a 1080 or anything above that, and they need to do that. But that's a beginning of 2017 type a timeline for them. So it's good for them to talk about the Radeon Pro Duo and the Pro WX series and the SSG stuff where it's like solid state graphics. It's really still kind of a prototyping type product. They're going in the right direction, and there's a significant amount of stuff that's happened in a calendar year. It's hard for sometimes it's tough for us to remember that it has only been that long since kind of the big shift in people who are in charge of the Radeon Group, that type of thing. And while it seems like it has been forever, a year is not a very long time in terms of business development, right? And being able to create new products and create new brands and do all these types of things. So they deserve some credit for picking stuff up and doing interesting things. And Raja has done a fantastic job with that. And at the end of the day, the number that matters the most to them is that market share number, right? Because that equates to sales, equates to profits, equates to customer base being grown, those types of things. So it's good to see for them to be pushing in that. And yeah, curious to see what the last 3.5 months of 2016 have for them. I don't know if we're going to be quiet for a while on the GPU side, or if things are going to get busy and exciting again.